Hi, welcome to Quirky Queen's Journals. My name's Kirsten. I have been using the jelly plate again. So I've done a mixture of image transfers, which is this, and this. Oh, and this here. And using stencils and doing some drawings myself using a cotton bud. I've used a wee stencil there, which I love. I love this. I think this looks like some sort of prehistoric time. Because that's like it's almost like bacteria or something floating in the water. And this is, I know this looks like a bridge, but it's also like hills, or it could be animals. And this is like some slow moving something. I love this. I like this as well. We'll do this as well. That was just skinny washi tape I used. Now, this was a surprise, these two, because this was my little garden book. 2 seconds. My little garden book that cost me about £3 on eBay. With lots and lots of pictures. Does wonderful image transfers. So, I'm going to try and do an abstract one, some image transfers and a bit of a mixture, and we'll try dividing the plate up as well. We're just going to play around today and see what happens. There's some more image transfers. I did these fairly recently. I may have shown them in a video actually. That's Florence Nightingale. Stop. No. Oh, is it a fob watch it's called? You know, the watches and the chain the men would put in their pockets of their waistcoats. And this is an Egyptian picture. This is out of a 1001 Days book. 1001 Days That Changed the World, I think it was. The pages are quite like magazine papers, and again, it's got no value, so you can buy things like that very cheap on eBay. Okay, I'm going to choose a page. I'm using raw umber. I generally do use black because I find it the most effective, but I really liked how the raw umber flowers turned out, and I think if I'd used black it wouldn't have been as effective. There's a timeline of what's too much and what's not enough, and you can't even just, it's not one rule you can apply to everything. Let's see, that's just about there. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Sometimes you can use these again and you'll get another impression, and I find the black actually that you can get a second impression sometimes. Not all book pages work. Right, I'm going to get some titanium buff. Whoops. I think I went a wee bit nuts there. Obviously you want to make sure it's dry before you put this layer on. So you need to leave this a couple of minutes. Let's have a little peek. Oh, we're coming off. I've obviously had some raw sienna left on it. It's nice, but it's a bit boring, but you could add to this. You really could. So I treat this kind of abstract one, as if it's 3 different pictures or 3 different stages, really. So also the colour combination obviously lends itself to being, to giving it an almost landscapey look, and I like that. Now this is one of my Pepin books, Tapestry this one is. So now that page is perfect for a junk journal, but this one's less so, and I am going to use one of these on here. Please work. So I've not really gotten the dogs, but I've gotten the flowers. Right, so this will be like sky this time instead of water. Although it's abstract, it doesn't need to be anything. So I'm going to let that dry. Right, I've brought out some of my handmade stencils for this section. Just check the rollers. That is. Is that enough? Is it? Let's hope so. Thing is, if you put too much down, it doesn't take to it well enough, if that makes sense. See the way that's not even? Although it will be easier with the stencils, to be fair. I like my wee random person who's lost the top of her head. But we can cope with that just now. Right, come on. I'm patting them down, but I'm trying not to. I don't want to lift the paint around it. Oh, that's quite good. I wish I hadn't got these out. I wish I'd just used my hand. Right, we'll wait for this to dry. I think that's dry. That did need longer because the layer of paint was thicker. Right. Tried to just get some movement in the paint itself as well. Right, we need to let this dry. Try to see what I pulled this one up with. I do think that's titanium buff. Okay. It's a bit too harsh here, and I think this works, but I wish I hadn't done that. Right, I'm just going to brush on some colours. I'll need to work quite quickly because it'll dry in otherwise. Right. these ones to add into the other ones that I did before I put the camera on. I think this one is my favourite. I think the face and these circles work well. And while I wouldn't have preferred that picture, I do think overall that type, the whimsical look of that does work. I love this image transfer. I think it's excellent. There's something about this one that works really well, and I think this person looks like quite a feminine figure, as if they're carrying something precious. And this is just like a Christmas scene really, isn't it? Which is appropriate for this time of year. This is just a bit too like advert that comes through your door, but I think if I'd done it in black it would have been different. And I do think the 3 segments is a much stronger look than the 5. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon, and take care. Bye.